Who is Jericho? Super soldier, time traveler, from the past, from the present, or the future, or maybe all of the above. My interactions with Jericho always felt more like I was remote viewing someone on the planet. He never seemed off-world or extraterrestrial in nature, but there was something otherworldly regarding his knowledge and abilities. We are embarking upon an age where humans have been quietly exploring advanced technology and what it can enable them to do. Our quest for the future and alien life made us reach into time to see and do the impossible things that we never dreamed would be accessible to us. It begins with the military, the soldiers, those who must climb and scale mountains when everyone else says it's impossible. The elite teams arrive. They are hand-selected to rise to the occasion to make the most impossible tasks happen. Somehow, some way, while interacting with extraterrestrials, the topic of super soldiers found their way into the Andronicus Transmissions. This is when I realized that humans had eclipsed and gone beyond time-space, had reached time travel. I had learned to telepathically communicate. And here I am, speaking to a human time-traveling soldier by the name of Jericho. It is hard to know when Jericho began, who trained him, who he reports to. He doesn't seem to have a national alliance, but rather a planetary alliance. And even if he did have someone that he reported to, a good soldier never tells where he is working. He seems to be evolved and interested in the greater good of all things. With my many conversations and testimonies currently available online, I see that many who are exposed to the various super soldier programs and projects are still in the phase of recovery from the post-traumatic stress, challenged with the lack of memory of missions, and uncertain about the missions involved. For example, there are avatar soldiers, cyborgs, in Mars missions. But Jericho falls into a different category. So I asked, who is Jericho, and how did he communicate with me? I know he isn't in the afterlife, because those who have passed on don't talk about new missions, but things that they've already done. Jericho first came to me by calling himself M3. He used terminology that would be associated with an operative or an asset. He mentioned things like Green Rangers, Star Troopers, the Black Fox Project, Project Black Beam, etc. On another occasion, he called himself Super Soldier X Jericho. I have seen him sitting in a very plain, basic apartment. He always looked a little roughed up from a mission. He lives in simplicity and doesn't reveal much about what he does. But I feel he has been doing this for a very long time. What is really strange is that he seems to interact with contemporary missions, but my strong impression is that he jumps into the timelines. I never had the opportunity to see if he is from Montauk or other secret space programs that we are currently familiar with. The only thing I know is that he cares about what happens and seems to know what we are currently up against regarding the future. His knowledge and awareness is clear to him. I never saw him hesitate. He is ready at all times. Another reason why I bring in his message is because I feel that he is trying to reach some of the future soldiers. I feel that there is an elite force on the planet right now which knows that they are here at this time to be available to secure and protect the planet. This is not boots on the ground activity, but rather an advanced super soldier activity that requires something that is from deep inside, a knowing of honor and protection of humanity. I don't believe this is a military recruitment as we know it. I think this is an awakened and remembranced event. I know what he does, and it has nothing to do with my lapse, torture, or any type of violation. I don't hear him complain about anything like that. This is for the universal good, not for money, not for political agendas. I don't think this is for everyone, other than those who remember who they are and why they are here and what they are supposed to do. Here is the message he gave me in November 2017. If you want to hear it, see the Andronicus Transmissions 115. I believe the message applies to us now. He began by saying, I've been shot in my left shoulder by a gun, but it feels like a fiery arrow went through me. I have a pain that has no end in sight, even though it appears as if it's healed. My mobility with it hurts, and I have a piece of torn sheet wrapped around it. And then I asked him, do you think there's still something inside, or do you need to go to the doctor? And then he said, I can't have doctors look at me. My blood looks a bit too dark to them. They usually want to do tests on me out of curiosity or suggest I have some kind of disease. As time goes on, they're becoming more aware of galactic visitors, and then I'll be shipped off to Area 51. And I said, you're too smart for that. I can't see how you would be caught. Don't you have any foresight? And he said, remember, they are not human installations. There are many off-world intruders running it. They thought they were containing these creatures, but instead got hijacked by them. Which leads me to why I'm here in the first place, doing missions and teaching humans the way of the super soldier. I've got to go. There was a long road ahead of me, and I feel weak. And then I said, maybe you need some water. And he said, I don't need water. I don't need much, actually. Just hang in there as best I can. But knowing that someone cares gives me the drive to continue to help. Soon our mission will be over. I know I came off harsh in the past, but I have been alone or inwardly dealing with so much trauma and violence that I don't always know how to reach out for help. We're a troubled bunch and rarely bear our problems to each other. It's about being mentally, physically, and emotionally strong. Soon it will all be right. Then we can step away and deal with it. Until then, we bite the bullet and forge on like no tomorrow. Your friend Rodan is calling for you. He's in a dark place after your last conversation. It seems there was an attack, an illusion placed on Earth after the lifting of the gates. They hid amongst the briars, the rabid dogs. They can't hurt him anymore, but I am here now to help. Don't be a stranger. So that was the communication that I had with him. He came to me again later on about another mission in the special reports with the date of 8/11/2018, which you can find on my channel. He is active and available to help us now. I'm fulfilling my agreement to help him reach all of you. The future is now, and we are here to assist. Thank you for listening. And as Jericho said at the end of our conversation, don't be a stranger.